Froch, 6'1" tall with a 75.2-inch reach.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years.
Here comes the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs, fighting out of New York, New York. He is one of the most talented fighters in this division. Let's see what he's got for us in this one. The Cobra, Carl Froch, one of the greatest super middleweight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Brooklyn, New York, introducing an acclaimed 2-time middleweight champion of the world known as the Miracle Man, introducing Daniel Jacobs. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Nottingham, England, a super middleweight champion of the world, Carl the Cobra Froch.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
We see the crowd, the people, the fans. We just cannot wait for this fight to get on.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. They're both trying for a knockout. He threw a punch and just got countered. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Nice counter shot. You don't want to trade shots. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. There's a counter shot. And he scores with the counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. Talk about a one. What do we expect to see here in round 2? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw the hook, didn't land. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
These two fighters are made for one another. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Trying to land that jab. perfect counter lands. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
On the next one. Yeah? Yeah. Right. Let's go on. We'll take him out. He's ready to go.
On to the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. They both want the knockout. Unlucky to miss with that jab. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. The straight right just misses. The perfect counter lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. After what we saw in that last... There's the bell for round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it? Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Carl Froch seeing cobwebs. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Hook won't score. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked. And down goes Daniel Jacobs. Oh, my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did... 1, 2...
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Talk about Jacobs in that. Time for the 5th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook was off target. Nope, that jab not going to score. Shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. I promise you, all... Let's start the 6th. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Cards, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in 1 shot.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That jab doesn't score. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters will...
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Oh boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. That bell could not... Here we go, it's round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When are we going to see a jab from these two. A big whiff with the right hook. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Swing and a miss with the hook. A big whiff with the right hook. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. This round can go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage. There's the bell to start round 8. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. They miss with the jab. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Couldn't land that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. As you know, in boxing, the judging can go all over the place, and that's kind of what we got here, a split decision victory.
A split decision? How one-sided does it have to be? A split decision? Who's doing this job? Todd, tell me, come on, talk to me, man. That is not a split decision. Ridiculous.